Morning, everyone. It's a lovely morning out, actually. I just woke up, but I'm going to get right into this because I kind of want to make some progress today. I made a little bit of progress last night. I watched a video. In the video, it said you can take any medium or large size socket wrench. You can put it right on this thing here, and this is your belt tensioner. As you can see, that little bar there. I didn't know this. And you can actually pull on that, take this belt off. That in turn helped me get that bolt out of there. So this now freely spins. I need to drain my radiator fluid today, so that's what we're gonna do. I don't want to drain it again, but I gotta drain it again, so we're gonna drain it again. And I'm just gonna take this whole thing out again, because it's easier just take it out than deal with it again. I might also, since I bought this kit here, I might have the size to take that out. So I'm going to take this AC line out because, again, AC doesn't work anyway. So I'm probably going to do that first just to get that out of the way. So I'm going to set it down and see if this size here fits. Of course, this needs a 1/2 inch drive. Please fit. That's all I ask of you is please fit this. So that I can actually take this out. That's too small, which is a huge sign. Thank you for being too small. This goes in there, so that tells me possibly this next one up might be the absolute money shot size for this, which it is. Okay. All right. Now I just need a 1/2 inch drive, which I only know of one, and it's called a torque wrench. That's going to be destroyed. So this is my roommate's torque wrench, and he needed this for something and ended up destroying the let's take this ground wire off real quick. I don't really need it in my way. I want this small little socket set so I didn't have to keep running to my big one. It's not very flexible at all. That's okay though. 8mm, I think. Perfectly fine by me. The other way, please. Thank you. Get these ground wires out of the way. The exact size for this, but it's size enough do apologize for that noise. It's kind of, that's on my ears too. Oh, Lord. Oh, okay, that's right. I have a full circuit round. Not going to make this bolt this long. This, that, just like that, so that I don't lose it. This get folded over like so, just to be out of my way, so that I have a full circuit here that's uninterrupted. Take this, get the heck out of here. Top ones, these seem to be hand loose now. So, very little travel here to work with. But it's travel enough that, okay, I no longer need this big guy. My roommate, you're probably like, no, stop, don't mess up that torque wrench. But my roommate, he did that himself last night. Or the other night. We were working on tearing down one of his motors. And, for a moment, just. Come on out there. Neat. I was unscrewing it here, but damn, it's taking so damn long to come out. Again, I don't care if I lose those. Prefer not to, so I'm not blowing someone's tire out randomly, but I care if I actually lose those. This vehicle will never have AC as long as I own it, so. Come on, no ground wire. Just pulled into there so you're out of the way. Okay. This other one out of the way here. That way we can pull this entire compressor line out and just never look at it again. It's been nothing but in the way this entire journey. I think it's time we say adieu to it. Okay, just go down there. Now, how do you work? I'm gonna get a knife. That's how that's gonna work. I ain't gonna dilly dally with the wire today. You may notice I changed my shirt. That's because that last one was a little too tight on me. Day with you. And second day with you. All that line. I gotta get past that ground cable. If I do end up selling this car one day, I'd rather not sell a car that has no chance of having the AC back. So every time I take a part off from the AC line, grab my keys and I throw it in the back of the vehicle. Just so it's there. I don't have really any use for the trunk right now. Sorry, I had to go grab my key. I didn't keep it in the car this time. That AC stuff finally out of my way. Okay, so I took this ground wire off here, which I might take it off here as well, just to get it out of the way. And then this isn't the exact bolt size for this. I should probably get the correct bolt size, because you fit 5/16. No. Okay. I think this back row has the millimeter measurements. And that's the exact size I need right there. Oh Lord, that's in there. I gotta set you down, sorry. There we go. Oh, that's in there. So we're gonna get this out of the way. I watched a pretty informative video last night, and that's why I kind of seem like I know what I'm doing right now. So I'm just going off the memory of that video. So a couple things we're going to do today, just to make progress at the minimum. I might get lost along the way, and I might say, hey, we're going to cut the video here just so that I can run back and okay, that's disconnected. We're going to put the bolt back in that slot, just hand threaded in there, that way we don't lose it. I'm going to actually do the same with this one. So I may cut the video just to do a refresher course, but right now we're going to keep going. And what we're gonna keep going on right now is we're gonna get down on this lovely wet ground. Actually, we're gonna pull these radiator mounting bolts off first. Now, I would have to also pull the PC if I was going a traditional route here, but I'm gonna pull these as is and just straight yoink the radiator straight out. Just pop this off, send it over here. That way it's out of the way. So this one is done. This one's off. What I want to do before I pull the radiator is pull it out a little bit so that when I go under there to drain it, I can actually drain it from the source and not from the frame line. Because it sits into the frame line, and when the last time I pulled it, it just drained absolutely everywhere, and I can't have that happen again. Primarily because I don't want to have to buy another thing of coolant. It's not like it's really expensive, it's just if I can save the coolant I have because it's brand new coolant, I think I'd rather do that, you know? I mean, wouldn't you? From this, take these back off, set them to the side. This should come up a little bit, which it does. There is the fan in the way, and there's really no way to pull the fan except for taking the PC off, which I'm not doing any of that, so let's see what happens here. Oh, reverse me. I would personally love to see this car run again, so I'm really trying to learn everything I can to get this car running again. Just maybe I can, just maybe I can get this fan out. This fan is not connected to anything. That's why I'm not like over here trying to save it in any way, shape, or form. Because it's legitimately connected to absolutely nothing. No little bolts in my way. Yeah, my way line. Yoink. Don't need that in my way. So now, should be able to this up a little bit and coax that drain pipe over there. I need to find my funnel, which is in the house over there. Here I got. funnel I used to fill it the first time, so I figure I'll use the same funnel to do everything else about it. So, just for your guys' sake here, I'm going to move this radiator forward as far as I can here, kind of like that, where I can actually orient that. See that white thing down there? Oops, sorry, your angle's not very good. See that white thing down there? Twist that off, and radiator fluid comes out. So I'm going to try and use this funnel as well to catch it, so it'll drain directly into. Sorry, it's covered in dog here because it's, dogs. Catch it, so that hopefully it'll fall into that, which will hopefully be enough space right down there. Hopefully be enough space. So I'm gonna go grab something to lay on that's not wet ground. I don't have very many things for that, so I'm gonna go. I got a blanket in here that I use for miscellaneous jobs of the dirt variety, so I'm gonna grab that. This blanket here was handmade by my ex-father-in-law, or stepfather, I guess you'd call him, ex-stepfather. His mom made this for me. It's not that I hate him or anything, it's just that I don't really have a use for this blanket, so this is my way of making this blanket useful, is by using it for dirty jobs. So, I'm gonna put you right here. You might see my face. Oh no, not my face. Okay, let's get under here. Let's see where our radiator is. Some more compressor line here that I could probably take out, but I'm just gonna bend it out of the way here. Okay. Wire is kind of in the way because it's not as clear. There we go. That'll work. Okay. Actually, this compressor hose might be in the way. I might cut it off because there's a rubber section of it. Where to put that knife? That's the key. I think I put my knife back in the house. No, never mind, it's in my pocket. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna cut that line off right there, and I can just disconnect it later because it's not useful. I don't need it here. It's in my way. Fold it, cut it. Yeah. Try not to cut myself. There we go. Okay, goodbye. Have a good day. Well, can't put that one back on, but anyway, I have this funnel that I was hoping to use like so, just to catch any liquids that might run away. Really hoping I don't wear this. I'd rather not. Like so. like that. Block my hand from the view of that so that any drips don't get in my eyes. Adjust this over like so. Move this out of the way. Just a moment here. I want to unplug the top end. Because obviously you see it stopping here. That's because there's no airflow. Ugh. Oh, look at that. All the airflow issues gone. There. How are we doing on splashing? Okay, it's not going necessarily everywhere, so I think I can leave it right here. I still want to use the funnel just to specifically funnel the resources where it needs to go. This could be a lot faster, but I'm choosing for it not to be, just specifically the... I don't know if this is big enough to hold it all. I don't necessarily have to drain all the radiator fluid out, because I just need to be able to take that top radiator hose off. So I could stop probably right here. I'll wait till it gets a little fuller on this, just in case. Alright, I'm gonna stop there. That should be okay. Turn that over because this is for gasoline, but I don't need it for that. Okay, so I'm gonna take this fluid. I'm gonna put it somewhere inside because I don't know how many days this project may be. Oh, my radiator's a little dirty, and I don't need this stuff getting too contaminated. Put it inside the car. Put this out. Hopefully, we'll need this at some point today. We'll probably also need a large socket. Check if my largest socket is largest enough for this. Perfect. Awesome. Just what I wanted to see. Okay. Now, I need a pair of pliers. I'm going to grab a pair of pliers. Blanket up for a minute here. I don't really need it in my way at this moment. Bring y'all up here. So, I'm going to remove this hose. Probably not all the way. Can put the radiator back where it goes now, though. one of the mounts back on just so it's not wibbling and wobbling around while I do my thing here. Set you down here so I can line this up. Sorry I keep sitting you guys down. I don't have no professional setup, so it's just my phone. The reason I need to get behind this hose, as I've shown in just a moment, hopefully enough of said hose is drained out. Just push it down like so. Get your pool in the middle. Lift this side up. That should drain into the radiator. Like, yeah, good torque wrench. Okay. So, the reason I need to take this hose piece off shall be revealed as soon as I get it off. Which these pliers should do the job just fine. Okay. So I don't think I necessarily need to take the whole thing off. I think I can just flex that out of the way. Okay, so I have one bolt that I saw in the video right here. I might take this bolt off because I don't need that either. That's the part I cut off. Yeah, I might take that off too, actually. And then I got one bolt there that I had to take off to get this pump here up and out of the way, according to the video. So it's not holding on to anything but these mounting brackets. Unless anything right now. Oh. Okay, so aside from there being cable wrapped around it, which should not be wrapped around it. That's nice. That just popped right up. Set that right there. Don't you just love when things are connected to things that shouldn't be connected to things, and the way they're connected to things? Like, why is that cable wrapped around this hose right now? Shouldn't be, but it is. And it's in such an awkward position, it's not going to be easy to get to. See, I didn't notice this before, but this is in the way. And it shouldn't be. There's zero reason for that to be wrapped around that like that. Previous owner, gotta love him. Come on here. The other way. Try not to bang up my radiator too much. If you ever played the game The Long Dark, these crows around here, which I don't know if you can really hear, they hit the sound good on that game. They hit the sound real good because they sound exactly like these crows. This is fun to do one click at a time. Okay, there's the other half of that line. Oh, I busted my injury open. Yummy. Nice and gooey. I was helping Buddy take his one of his engines apart, and it took a bite out of me, so I got this little chunk of skin just missing. It's a pretty deep chunk of skin too, but yeah. So I had to get that off, which I haven't quite really figured out how to get these clamps off, not gonna lie. That one's on there pretty solid too, like there's no excess wire or anything, because it's mounted to the actual frame of this, so getting that off is gonna be tough. I need a flat head. Luckily, I have all sorts of tools for all sorts of tasks, because otherwise, actually, these plastic fry bars that are pretty worn out already might work for the task I need here. Oh boy, that's in the way. I'll lift you up a little bit at least. For just a bit. Really can't. It's kind of set in its ways here. So I might get that frame piece out because it's kind of slightly in the way, and I think that's a slightly larger millimeter than. Because you know they gotta have different sizes for different bolts for the same situations, I guess. That one's on a normal 3/8 drive size, which I don't need this adapter for, which I'll forget that I put that there. Just you wait. Oh boy, that is, that might require a longer wrench. That, let's see here. Yeah, I don't really want to strip that. Okay, we got it slightly here. Let's go slow just to make sure we don't shear it off. So I know it's started. Good, good, good. Okay, it's started. That's all I needed to really know. I don't like that bolt anymore. Try to bring it along here. Sorry. I keep forgetting to bring people on. So I'm taking that bottom one out because I can reach that one. That one in there is pretty deep in there, so I might need to find my extensions. So I have a few extensions that I might be able to just link together, create a little channel of connectivity here. But I'm getting this bottom mount out because we're going to try and pull this out of the way slightly so that I can get to that plug in and unplug it. Briefly unplug it and plug it right back in, because I might stop there and go find those extensions now, because I mean, I know where they are. They're in my Is this long enough? I think that's long enough. I pray that's long enough. which I mean, it feels like it's long enough. Yeah. No strip, please. Thank you. Oh, please don't strip. That was an uncomfortable noise. Please don't strip. It's literally like half-assed hand loose right now. That actually served my goal the way I wanted it to. So I couldn't get this to settle back into its area here. And that's all I really needed it to do, was just settle back into its area so I had the space I need. Oh, that was so easy to take out compared to any other one of those. Oh my goodness, that was nice. That was real nice, actually. That was so much easier than any other one of those that I tried to take out. Every single other one of them was a big fight. I think I'll use that little plastic bit for any of those going forward, because that was so nice. Okay. That is one power steering, pump, and reservoir finally out of my way. I'm going to finish taking these two bolts off, just take that bracket out of my way as well, just real quick. Like I said, I found one video that was super helpful for me. Like, it's done its job in terms of showing me what I need to do very well. And I don't know, I feel like an expert now. Not really, though. I still don't actually know what I'm doing, but I'm trying my best to do it anyway. Because I gotta get this car running. It's gotta do something for me here. It's gotta make my now $700 investment into it worth the money. Okay. That go there. The bolts for it will go up here. Try will forget they're there. Don't you forget that. I'll forget they're there. Okay. What was the next step? The next step was to get the lower mount out. Question is, do I want to use the bottle jack to navigate the motor, or do I want to use the other jack to navigate the motor? If you didn't notice down there, I currently have the motor hoisted up on the jack here. And I couldn't figure out what to do with that until now. I'll put these parts in the trunk. Get my key out here somewhere. There it is. So in my last video, I kind of just got tired of all the plastic over here. And I low-key, and it just ripped it all out. The one piece, if I can pop these rivets out, I could probably reuse and put back in. That other piece that I used for the pulley cover, that's not coming back. That's gone. I need to remove this other belt. And I don't remember how to do that in the video. Mostly on account that I'm still waking up. It's too big. Tighten that back down because I don't feel like that needs to be loose anymore. left the wrench up there, didn't I? Yep. Okay. Where's the wrench at? Oh, wrench right here. Okay. I bought a cheap little 40-piece socket set that I really didn't want to spend money on, but we're here. It's spent. It's done. It's over with. What am I doing, you ask? Well, I started to loosen this bar here, and I somewhat came to realize that I really don't need this bar loose. So we're gonna retighten this bar just to, yeah, click. Yeah, well, look at that. Torque ratios are great. I love torque wrenches. Okay, so what I can tell, this is the middle motor mount, and taking that off will drop the motor slightly on this side, or it will rotate the motor because the other side only has so many motor mounts to it. Set you right here on the brakes here. See if it'll settle on there decently. Yeah, good enough. Hopefully I don't knock you over. Does this also fit this? Yes, but very loosely, and I don't like that. I need to go over here and find the size that'll fit that. 18 and a 17. We'll figure this out because 19 was just too loose, but 18 might be the one I need. Whatever that one is, that's the one I need. Hopefully this cheapo Pittsburgh socket set that I have here with this little tiny wrench is strong enough to handle the task at hand. Which the task at hand is heavier than I have reach here. I think it's my sitting angle. I need to get lower. I'm sitting on a tire right now and I'm pretty high up. Oh, it might also be that I'm on tighten instead of loosen. I mean, who did that? Who would do that? I mean, even then, that's gonna need some persuasion. I have my persuasiometer right here, but if I'm going to do that, I want to bring the persuasion point a lot shorter. Like an impact wrench, but like, you know, a discount impact wrench. I don't know if that did anything. Let's find out. No. I just need to be at the low angle here. Let me set my blanket back down. That way. I don't want to walk over the blanket, but like, at this point, this blanket hasn't been washed in a long time because of the fact that I just use it for, well, usually maintenance on my motorcycle, but also currently using it for maintenance on this vehicle. So, let's get down here. Let's get this extension back on real quick. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. I guess you kind of can. I'm just coming from a lower point so I can get a different pull angle on this bolt. This is a tight fit, not gonna lie. Also, is this the right socket? Because to be honest, it feels a little loose on there. Will this one fit? No. Okay, so this is gonna have to be the correct one. Okay, I have to put it back to loose. Brace myself against this. Get this out of the way. Okay. Please don't strip. I have to shorten this up because I can't have it having any pivotal points. Oh my goodness, that one's on there. Not gonna lie. A longer wrench. Or a persuasion tool. Ooh, a persuasion tool. Yeah. So we got a couple persuasion tools. I might be able to use one. Put that in there so I don't lose it. Excuse me while I go get a persuasion tool. Good stuff. Okay. Okay, I am back, and I have brought a persuasion tool. Bring it down here. This is my persuasion tool. When you can't create the leverage that you need, you get a tool that will. And this tool, let me tell you about it. Lock that in. I don't think this one works very well. Not sure about that. We'll find out here in a second. But if we set this over here, bring this over here, bring it up, just enough here. Okay, so move it a little higher. This may take a minute, but it'll be worth it when it's done. Okay, the persuasion tool has been set. We'll now begin persuading it to get tight first. Okay. Make sure it's set in there nice and good. So we don't want it slipping out during this persuasive process. I had to do this with an extractor bolt to get my old oil pan bolt off because it was on there snug as a bug. Too snug if you ask me. Yeah, I don't think this persuading tool is good. I need to borrow the other one. Come on. Make sure that's all the way locked in. Yeah, this persuasion tool is no good. This one is definitely junk. That's fine. There's a couple other ones. Just gotta get this to lower. We're back. Gonna go get the red persuasion tool. Hopefully, we'll do a better job. Duly noted. Silver doesn't work. I don't want to spend the money to go buy a new one, but I might. Excuse me. Just so that I have a working one. Because these ones aren't taken care of, and they're not mine. Okay, it's locked down. Square. We shall now begin the persuading process. Okay, we are now at the top of the persuasion, and now we need to bring it down. Start again. A couple clicks. Might have moved it a little. Okay. Lock that in. The only problem is this persuasion is very exhausting on the arm. I can feel it loosening. I can feel the bolt from the back here. It's not loosening fast, but it is, in fact. Let me rest my arm a second. Where'd that come from? Huh. It's not mine. I'll rest my arm a second. Let the blood flow back to it. Yeah. This is an executive persuasion process, okay? I can feel the bolt slightly loosening. It's not fast. It's not fast in the slightest, but I might be able to actually rotate it by hand now. I'm not sure. I'm noticing there's a point of tension that's reaching on the actual motor mount itself prior to going up. I'm gonna stop this here, and I'm gonna, oh yeah, okay. Thank you, persuasion tool. You are the best persuasion tool ever. And that is how you use a persuasion tool to get what you want. I wanted a loose bolt, and that tool gave me a loose bolt. I might go buy another jack anyway, not gonna lie, because I kind of need one for the transmission side of the motor to keep it. So I think I might stop there. We might pause the video, post this one, and go for a walk. So I'll be right back, and I might take you along for the walk, because it's just a walk down the road. So yeah, catch you on the next one. We're gonna resume this there, because I don't want these to be too long. This is just a log in the end, but you know, if you can watch this and you don't know what you're doing, I don't know what I'm doing, and you can learn from what I'm doing, then we're both learning together. I'm not bringing you along in the best way I could, but I don't have... If I had a GoPro, I'd mount it to my head, and it'd go with me everywhere. So as soon as I can get a GoPro, I'll fix that problem. But for now, this is what we got. So we're going to work with what we got. Always work with what you got, even if it's a blanket on the ground. Catch you guys on the next one.